All right, listeners, welcome back for another deep dive with us. Today we are going,
Deep dive?
a deep dive into
dive?
the
Yeah.
world of Bangladeshi citizens
Yes.
moving abroad. We're going to be focusing specifically on education and the impact of remittances.
Remittances.
But here's the thing.
What's that?
We're using IELTS Speaking exam questions
Oh, wow.
as our framework.
That's so interesting.
So get ready because test prep is about to get
Insightful.
really insightful.
I love it.
Well,
So it's a really unique approach,
It is.
isn't it? I mean,
No.
who knew
Right.
that these language tests
Yeah.
would actually give us such a cool window into,
Yeah.
you know,
People's aspirations.
aspirations and motivations, for sure,
Yeah.
of Bangladeshi citizens who are
Looking to move abroad.
exactly.
So,
Yeah.
to set the stage, let's talk about the education system in Bangladesh.
Okay.
I mean, it's a cornerstone of their society, right?
Absolutely.
Super competitive,
Very much so.
often seen as like the key
Yes. Yeah.
to a better future.
A golden ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why are so many Bangladeshis seeking that future overseas?
That is the question.
That is the question.
Isn't it?
And these IELTS questions about why people move abroad, I think,
Yeah.
give us some clues.
Yeah, they really do.
So what's kind of like the main takeaway?
I think it's pretty clear from these questions that moving abroad is seen as a strategic move.
Yeah.
You know, especially for things like higher education
Higher ed.
and work.
Yeah.
You know, they're looking for opportunities that might be limited back in Bangladesh.
Okay.
And they're willing to face the challenges to get those.
Those aspirations?
Yeah.
And those challenges are real.
Oh, absolutely.
They're definitely real.
The IELTS questions touch on stuff like cultural differences.
Yeah,
Navigating new systems.
for sure.
This isn't just, you know,
Packing a bag.
packing a suitcase.
Right.
It's a huge life adjustment. Life adjustment. Yeah, absolutely.
And go on.
One of the sources we looked at even mentioned a study that found that, you know, the psychological impact of adapting to a new culture
Yeah.
can be as big as learning a new language.
Wow.
So it's a big deal.
That's a lot to deal with.
Yeah, it really highlights
What
the
is-
resilience and adaptability of these individuals.
That's true.
You know,
They're strong.
strong people.
Yeah. So speaking of impact, let's talk about remittances.
Okay.
We see an IELTS question specifically asking about how
Yeah.
remittances impact families.
Yeah, how they affect families back home.
Yeah, it's a huge piece of this puzzle.
It is a huge piece.
Right.
Yeah.
Like how big?
So the research shows that remittances account for something like 12%
Wow.
of Bangladesh's GDP.
That's a lot.
It's huge.
Okay.
It's even more than what they get from foreign aid.
Wow.
So it's essential,
Yeah.
you know, this money.
A lifeline.
A lifeline for families.
Wow.
It's funding education healthcare. Even like small
It's
businesses.
not just individuals benefiting, it's the whole nation.
Entirely.
Entirely.
The whole nation is feeling the impact.
But one of the sources brought up a really interesting point, and it talks about the
Yeah.
potential downsides
Yeah.
of relying too heavily on these remittances.
Yeah, that's the question about sustainability.
Right.
Right.
Long term.
Exactly. Is this a long-term solution?
Yeah.
Can we depend on this forever?
It's a double-edged sword.
It is.
On the one hand, you have,
Huge economic boost.
yeah,
But on the other hand, what happens if
things change.
if the global economy,
Yeah.
you know,
It's
shifts.
downturn.
Yeah, exactly. And then suddenly you don't have that flow.
That's a good point.
It really highlights the need for Bangladesh to diversify its economy.
Yeah.
You know, so they're not so reliant on this one source
Create opportunities.
within its own borders.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit and talk about this whole idea of brain drain. Skilled individuals leaving the country.
Yeah.
The IELTS questions about the advantages and disadvantages of studying abroad,
Yeah.
I think really get to the heart of this.
They do. It's such a complex issue.
It is.
But one of the sources had a really interesting perspective.
Okay.
Instead of brain drain,
Yeah.
what if we thought of it as
Brain.
brain circulation?
Uh,
So, you know, people go abroad,
yeah.
they study,
To get those skills.
they gain these valuable skills,
Right.
they get a global perspective,
Yeah.
and then they come back.
To bring it back.
They bring it back home.
Okay.
And that contributes to innovation and development.
That's a good point.
Right.
Challenges that traditional
That kind of negative
negative. Yeah.
connotation of brain drain
Yeah.
makes you think about it differently.
Yeah, for sure. So where does the government fit into all of this?
Yes. The government.
There are IELTS questions.
Uh,
Specifically about what the government can do to support migrant workers and their families. Yeah. And how they can improve the education system.
It's a big responsibility.
It is.
The government's role is crucial.
Yep.
It's like a balancing act.
Yeah.
They need to invest in high-quality education
At home.
in Bangladesh to nurture that local talent,
Yeah.
but also find ways to support those who choose to go abroad.
Okay.
So, maybe streamline processes for work visas,
Okay.
provide some cultural orientation,
That's a good idea.
before they go.
Preparation.
Yeah,
And
even
equaling-
programs to help with knowledge transfer when
Oh.
they return.
Bring it back.
So it's a win-win.
It's a win-win. That's what we want.
Exactly.
Okay, so we covered a lot.
We did.
We looked at individual motivations,
Yes.
economic impacts,
Uh-huh.
the government's role.
All of it.
But before we wrap up,
Okay.
I have a final thought-provoking question for you, listener.
Oh, I love these.
If you were advising the Bangladeshi government,
Okay.
what one key recommendation would you make to create a win-win situation for those who stay
Oh, okay.
and those who choose to venture abroad?
That's a good one.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
But I think it highlights complexity of this whole topic.
Yeah.
And the need for some out-of-the-box thinking.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Love it.
And that's what makes it so fascinating to explore.
For sure.
So until next time, keep those brain gears turning.
Keep thinking.
And we'll see you on the next deep dive.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.